astrology friends. Here I am once again with a brand new video. This time we're going to discuss about a very important, one of the most important transit this year. The highly talked about, the highly hyped, the many people across the globe is waiting for this transit. It is the upcoming 9th of June transit of Jupiter into the sign of Cancer, the sign of its exaltation, the sign where it does best. This is the sign where Jupiter loves to be in. Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion, abundance, joy, the planet that gives us the energy of possibilities. Jupiter will ingress into Cancer within the next few days. Cancer is the place of the emotions, the heart. This is where the emotions, our heart, our feelings, our home, because Cancer is also home, will meet the expansion and the very positive, the optimistic, the I can do it energy of Jupiter. This is a very, very blessed time indeed for all of us. Everybody in the world is waiting for this, especially those who knows about astrology. Many astrologers, you must have seen many videos of other astrologers talking about this, because this is really true. When Jupiter is in Cancer, it will bless us. It will bless us. It will bless our mind as well as our heart. It will also bless our home. So this is my take on the energy of, or what to expect with this upcoming Jupiter transit or ingress into Cancer for all 12 zodiac signs. The first we will go to Aries rising. For Aries rising, Jupiter transiting or ingress into Cancer will give you blessings and abundance and joy and luck in the realm of your home, in the realm of your emotional foundation. The fourth house, this is the part of your chart that will be blessed by Jupiter. The fourth house is your family, your home. It's also your emotional foundations. Your ancestry can be traced here. This is also the house often associated with motherhood or mother. This is the house where everything internal that you needed to stand tall living on this planet, the basic, the foundation of your emotional life can be found here in the fourth house. So Jupiter will bless you in this realm. Very auspicious indeed. Fourth house is also an angular house. For Aries rising, Aries is the first, Cancer is the fourth, Libra is the 7th, and Capricorn is the 10th. So because this ingress will happen in an angular house, the emphasis of this energy will be felt very strongly. It will be amplified by its position on the natal chart. The one thing that I can give an advice to Aries rising is that you need to take care of this energy. You need to absorb this energy. You need to make the best of this energy. But because Saturn and Neptune is currently in your first house, transiting your first house, it will square this energy. So I advise to you is that be optimistic, take care of your homes, pay attention to what's going on in your home, but at the same time, don't be a sourpuss, because Saturn is in the first house. You can be a sourpuss. You can be a pessimistic person. You can be the person that is, I don't want to do that. I don't believe that. That is the opposite. That is the buzzkill of this energy when it comes to Jupiter in Cancer. So if I can advise to you, Aries rising, trust your family, trust your home, trust your emotional foundation. And then if you have that negative thoughts with Saturn and Neptune in your first house, currently transiting your first house, try to discern it. Try to discern it so that you can take advantage of this Jupiter in Cancer transit in your fourth house. Okay, for the next rising sign, we will go to Taurus rising. For Taurus rising, Jupiter in Cancer will bless your third house. This is a very well, this is the house of communications. This is also the house of your siblings, the house of knowledge. It can also be the house of social media. This is also the house where you learn things. This is the lower mind, the basic education kind of house, because the higher mind, the higher education will be the ninth house. So Jupiter will bless this. Maybe you will learn something here, because Jupiter also often associated with philosophy. You can learn more about the philosophy of life with this transit. This is a very good transit to learn about things. This is also a very good transit to connect or reconnect with your siblings, because the third house is the house of siblings. Not only that, the third house is the house that corresponds to people nearest to you, your neighbors included. This is also the house that also has something to do with vehicles. If you wanting to buy a new vehicles, or you want to upgrade your vehicles, this is a very perfect time for that. So Jupiter in Cancer will bless your third house for those who have Taurus rising. The challenge, or the pessimistic, or the grounded realistic part that will challenge this expansive lucky energy of Jupiter will come from the 12th house, because Saturn and Neptune is currently transiting in Aries, and for you Taurus rising, Aries is in your 12th house. So mental health, take care of your mental health. Make sure that your mental health doesn't diminish the power of Jupiter in Cancer transiting into your third house. Okay, let's go to the next rising sign, which is Gemini rising. For Gemini rising, Jupiter in Cancer will bless your second house. Wow, this is about money, resources. This is good. This is exciting. Why? Because the second house is the house of money, resources, value, your self-value. This is if you're the kind of person, or if you want to make more money, this is the time. This is the perfect time for that. Jupiter will bless you in the house of money, house of resources. This is also the house of food. You can gain a lot from your food, nutrients. So be very mindful of that. If you have something that is problematic regarding your throat, right? So Jupiter can help to heal it. If you have something regarding food, or if you want to heal yourself using food, Jupiter could also help you. So basically, for Gemini rising, Jupiter will bless your second house. The realistic, pessimistic energy will come from Saturn and Neptune in your 11th house. Because for you, Gemini rising, Aries, where Saturn and Neptune currently is transiting, will be in your 11th house. 11th house is your friendship, it is your connections, it's your social media. So be very careful with social media, be very careful with your friends. I'm not saying that you have to distance yourself from your friends or your networks. No, it's just that be very careful, because Saturn and Neptune is there, and Saturn and Neptune will square this energy of Jupiter in Cancer in your second house. So believe in yourself, believe you can make more money, believe you can attract the resources that you needed, and just enjoy this very blissful energy of Jupiter in Cancer transiting into your second house for you Gemini risings. Okay, for the next sign, we will go to Cancer rising. For Cancer rising, Jupiter will enter the first house. Jupiter is you. You are Jupiter. The energy of Jupiter is transcending or entering you. I'm not saying, sorry, I think the word transcending it's not correct. So what I'm trying to say is that Jupiter, the energy, the blessed energy, the very good positive energy of Jupiter will infuse into your body, your aura. You have to remember, when Jupiter transit in your first house, you will be optimistic. You will be seen, because Jupiter in the first house is one of the indicators of fame. So you will be seen. So you have to be very mindful with this energy. Not only that, you also have to be very mindful that Jupiter in the first house could literally expand your belly. So Cancer, enjoy the ride, right? But at the same time, Saturn and Neptune is currently transiting your 10th house. So challenges or pessimism could come from your career. Don't let the problems in your work or your career hinders your growth with Jupiter in Cancer transiting your first house. Okay, for the fifth sign, we will go to Leo rising. For Leo rising, Jupiter transiting or ingressing into Cancer will happen or will bless you in the realm of the 12th house. 12th house is not necessarily the house that we can quantify, or this is a very non-materialistic house. So it's not a 3D house per se. It's just that this is the house where the unconscious, the subconscious, the unconscious. This is the house of mental health. This is the house where the realm between the 3D world and the non-3D world or the other dimensions can be found. So Jupiter is blessing you on this house, meaning that your mental health will be in center stage, and you could reap a lot of rewards regarding your mental health with Jupiter transiting your 12th house for Leo risings. The challenge would come from Saturn and Neptune in Aries in your 9th house. So challenges could come from that part of your chart. 9th house is about higher learning, higher education, so religion, traveling, foreigners. This is also the house where your mind expand. Saturn and Neptune there will create some contraction in that part of your chart. So you need to find other sources where you can feel the beauty of the universe through your mind. You can connect to the universe through your mind, and that is through Jupiter in the 12th house, which corresponds very greatly to your mental health. So don't let Saturn and Neptune in your 9th house preventing you from taking the necessary action to heal your mental health or to greatly expand your mental health, to improve your mental health, because Jupiter in Cancer will help you with this for my Leo risings friend. Okay, let's go to the next rising sign. We will go to Virgo. For Virgo rising, Jupiter in Cancer will bless your 11th house. This is a good house. This is considered one of the lucky houses, together with the 9th and the 5th house. But I consider the 9th and the 5th and the 1st as the Dharma houses, while the 11th house, this is the house of the gains. This is the house where you can basically tell the universe what you want, your hopes and dreams. This is also the house of friendship, the house of connections, the house of networks, social media. So this is the house of big organizations. So if you're, for Virgo risings, if you're planning to work in big organizations, this is the time. Jupiter will bless you. If you want to find a very beneficial friends for you, this is a good time. If you want to improve your friendship, your network, this is the time. If you want to do some project in social media, or if you want to expand your social media presence to help your business, for example, this is absolutely the time. So for my Virgo risings, the 11th house will be expanded by Jupiter in Cancer. You also have to remember, Jupiter is the happiest not just in the sign of Cancer. Jupiter is also the happiest in the 11th house, because each planet has their own happy houses. Mercury is happy in the 1st, Venus in the 5th, Mars on the 6th, Sun in the 9th, Saturn in the 12th, and Jupiter on the 11th house. So you will get double blessings with this, my Virgo rising friends. So Jupiter in Cancer and Jupiter in the 11th house. The challenges could come from Saturn and Neptune in Aries in your 8th house. 8th house is the dark hidden house. This is the house of shared resources, intimacy, sex, crisis, transformation. Those things could somehow prevent you from fully enjoying the energy of Jupiter in the 11th house. So be very mindful of that. So be very mindful of your mental health, because the 8th house is also mental health and also your psychology, and also about shared resources. Be very careful. Be very careful also that when you suddenly find yourself in a crisis, you will forget about the blessings of Jupiter in Cancer in your 11th house. Do not do that. Rest assured, Jupiter will bless you with great friends, great network. This is also the house hopes and dreams. You can literally manifest anything if you just ask the universe. If you just connect to the universe, and Jupiter in Cancer will help you, my Virgo rising friends. Okay, for the next sign, we will go to Libra rising. For Libra rising, Jupiter in Cancer will bless your 10th house. Wow. Wow, wow. An angular house. The 10th house is the peak of the chart. This is the highest part of the chart. This is about seeing, be seen. This is also about career, public image, persona, your legacy. Jupiter will bless you in this part of your chart. Will bless you. Great career. If you want to be famous, right? If you want to be famous, this is a great time for that. Do it. Jupiter is giving you the energy. Just do it. The challenges or the go down to earth kind of energy will come from your 7th house. Saturn and Neptune is there. Saturn wants you to think practical, but at the same time, Saturn will, let's just say, curb your enthusiasm. That kind of energy. It will come from your 7th house, your relationship, your partnership, your marriage. So just be mindful. Sometimes there are moments in the future during this transit where you need to choose between your career, public image, or your relationship. Just be very mindful. But remember, Saturn is in its fall in Aries. So the dignity of Saturn is not good, but the dignity of Jupiter in your 10th house, very good. So if I were you, I would choose Jupiter. For the next rising sign, we will go to Scorpio rising. For Scorpio rising, Jupiter transit in Cancer will happen in your 9th house. This is the original house of Jupiter, and Jupiter is exalted here. So if you want to travel, you want to go back to school, if you want to publish a book, if you want to expand your philosophy, your mind, if you want to connect with foreigners, this is a great time to do that. Not only that, the 9th house is trining the 1st house. This energy of Cancer, water, is trining your energy, Scorpio. So this is also another good thing. It will help, or it will protect your body, because the 1st house is the body. Jupiter will protect your body. The challenges could come from your 6th house, because Saturn and Neptune is in your 6th house. Aries, because for Scorpio rising, Aries is your 6th house. So the challenge is for you to absorb, to bask yourself in the beautiful, blessed energy of Jupiter. The challenges could come from your work, your day-to-day life, your pets, your health. So this is going to be an interesting year for Scorpio rising, because Jupiter in the 9th house will protect your body. But at the same time, Saturn in the 6th house will ask you to take care of your body, health. So be very mindful for that. But either way, Jupiter will bless you in your 9th house. Okay, for the next time, we will go to Sagittarius. For Sagittarius rising, Jupiter will transit Cancer or enter Cancer in your 8th house. Sagittarius rising, you are ruled by Jupiter. You are Jupiter. Jupiter is your ruler, the key to your chart. It's in your 8th house. This is a dark house. Jupiter will bless you in the house that is not often associated with good things. Of course, there are many good things in the 8th house, but when it comes to the 8th house, it is the house where you need to transform the energy. In order for you to enjoy the 8th house, you need to transform everything or anything in it. So you need to this is the house of sex, intimacy, the house of crisis, the house of shared resources. This is basically the house of partnership, like the 7th, but the 7th is the contract. The nitty-gritty, the dirty part of partnership is in the 8th house. So if you want to invest your money, good time, because the 8th house is the house of investments, the house of stock exchange, insurance, debt. So you can really clear up your debt if you have a huge debt or if you have a debt problem. But at the same time, you also have to remember Jupiter will expand everything. So the 8th house is often associated with negative things. So if you're not careful, it can lead to excess. The challenges could come from your 5th house. Why? Because Saturn and Neptune is currently transiting your 5th house, Aries. So your children could challenge you, or could challenge this energy of Jupiter. Your fun, your romance, or your romantic pursuit could challenge you. Your hobbies could challenge you. Even your happiness. I mean, I'm not saying that the 5th house is the house of happiness, but with Saturn there, it will restrict. And Jupiter is the planet of fun, joy, one of the form of happiness. So there is a bit of adjustments or adjusting when it comes to this transit for Sagittarius rising. Jupiter is transiting a difficult house, while at the same time challenges will come from Saturn and Neptune transiting a very happy house. So just remember that. But because the dignity of Saturn is lower than the dignity of Jupiter, Jupiter will help you in the realm of the 8th house. If you want to invest, Jupiter will bless you. But of course, you have to have the knowledge for that. Do some research. The 8th house is also the house of research. Do it. Jupiter is there. Okay, for the next sign, we will go to Capricorn. For Capricorn rising, Jupiter in Cancer will transit your 7th house. Marriage. If you're not getting married, at least you will find someone that really stir up your emotions, that really asking you, do I want to commit to this person for the greater good? Because the 7th house is the house of marriage, contracts, business partnership. So you could find someone in the future, within the next 1 year, you could find someone where you want to spend the rest of your life with, or you want to connect or cooperate with that person in your business dealings, business partnership. This is a very good transit if you want to get married, if you already have a partner, or this is a very lovely transit for you who are still single. Maybe you could find someone. Or if you're an entrepreneur or thinking about being an entrepreneur, this is a good transit to find partner, business partnership. The challenges could come from Aries, which is your 4th house, where Saturn and Neptune is currently transiting. Saturn and Neptune will ask you to be more resilient, ask you to really discern about your emotional foundation. Saturn will ask you, what is the emotional base of my life? Because the 4th house is your emotional foundation. It's also about your home, it's property, your family, right? It's also about things that related to your mother. Saturn will ask hard questions regarding these themes. So if you're not paying attention to your emotional foundation, emotional well-being, Saturn will ask you to put a priority on it. And it could prevent you from taking advantage of Jupiter transiting your 7th house. For example, you finally met someone, Jupiter 7th house, that is really good, really caring. Cancer is caring. But emotionally, the foundation of your emotional stability is still not good enough. And Saturn is asking you to take care of that. The 4th house is emotional foundation. So that is the example of that. You want to go into a relationship without a steady foundation, 4th house, Saturn asking you to do that. But don't worry, because Jupiter in Cancer will help you finding the answer through relationship with other people. Let's go to the 11th sign. For the 11th sign, we will go to Aquarius rising. For Aquarius rising, Jupiter in Cancer will bless your 6th house. This is about your health, your work, pets, your daily life, daily chores, the details of your life. So this is a good transit for you if you've been feeling not well. This is a good transit. It could literally heal your body. This is good. This is also a good transit for work, because the 6th house is the house of work. So you can find more work. This is also the house where you can improve your life, day-to-day activities to improve your life, the chores, so to speak. It could improve your life. Jupiter could improve it. Your pets, if you've been looking for a pet, this is a good time. Or if your pet is sick, or there's something about your pets that you're really worried about, Jupiter could help to heal your pet. So this is a good transit for that. The challenges could come from Aries, Saturn and Neptune in your 3rd house. Sorry, 3rd house is your communications, is your knowledge, is your skills. This is also the house related to your siblings, your vehicles. So something in those realms could not prevent you from enjoying Jupiter in Cancer in your 6th, but kind of give some dent to this energy, or make you feel more realistic, to the ground, grounding energy. But you should not worry, because Jupiter in Cancer in your 6th house will bless you, will bless your health, will bless your day-to-day life. Okay, let's go to the next rising sign, which happens to be the last, which is Pisces rising. For Pisces rising, Jupiter is your ancient ruler, so it is also very important for you. For Pisces rising, Jupiter in Cancer will bless your 5th house. Great, great, great if you're working in the creative industry. If you're an artist, this is a great transit, very great transit, because Jupiter will bless the artistic side of you. Jupiter will also bless you with children, or if you've been trying to have children, because the 5th house is also the house of children. It could bless you with that. Maybe you unexpected pregnancy, or finally you're getting pregnant. This is a good transit for that. The 5th house is also the house of hobbies, fun, romance, happiness. Jupiter, the planet of joy, in the house of happiness. Very good blessings for you, Pisces. Not to mention Jupiter is your chart ruler, your ancient chart ruler. So this is also very good transit. Pisces and Cancer are both water signs. So there's a trine from between the 1st and the 5th. So your health, physical health, your 1st house is also going to be aspected by Jupiter and Cancer in your 5th. Jupiter will protect your health, your body. A very good transit. The challenge could come from your 2nd house, because for Pisces rising, Aries is your 2nd house. Aries, where Saturn and Neptune is currently constricting your 2nd house, the house of resources and money. So you can have some money problems, or some setbacks regarding to money. So you have to be very mindful of that, but you also have to remember the 5th house where Jupiter is in is also the house of money. It's also the house of gambling and entrepreneurship. So you can find money. You can invite money to you. You can manifest money, because the 5th house is the house of entrepreneurship. So be very mindful of that. So even if you have challenges in your 2nd house with Saturn and Neptune regarding money, the 5th house will help you to overcome that challenges with Jupiter and Cancer, for my Pisces friends.